Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today we're doing Friday Freebie 53. Yeah, it's a 3-page freebie set, and you might think, well, that's just a piece, of stuff. It is. Do you ever look at these and just wonder sometimes what it is until you watch the video? Okay, we've got this one that's really pretty. I would backside print on that one. And also this one. I guess that one, I don't know. Anyways, we've got this one, and we've got 2 of these. There's a reason for that. A pocket and a tag, okay? And we've got 2 journal cards and a close together tag, which you can take apart if you want. A little barn, a couple of paper dolls, cute as a button, and a piggy and a sheep, and some chickens and ducks and, other things. A couple of little tabs here to go on our journal cards because I thought that was cute, okay? So we're going to do the 3-page freebie set. Oh, yeah. Website, Facebook group page, and Ko-Fi. That's where they are for free. Okay. This is what we're making. So we've got all this space to do whatever you want. You can write, you can, just do whatever you want. Let me take her off before I start showing things. Isn't she adorable? Okay, I'll put my sheep on there. This is my prototype. Okay. A journal card in here, right? The bunny one goes in there. Super cute. This pocket, let me go ahead and take him off too whilst I'm doing. Oh, I got a thread. That trim, Let me take care of that. Yep. Okay, now, got a pocket here with the duckies. And we've got a pocket up here. Okay, so have you figured it out yet? If we've got a pocket here and a pocket here, how did this pocket get here and that pocket get there, huh? And we've got our pocket that's, on there as a pocket, back here with the little closey tag, okay? Okay, did you figure it out? Okay, let me explain. All right, that's our star journal cards. This piece goes on this piece. Yep. And that makes all the pockets except for that one that goes on the back. This one. And that's just a gusseted little pocket that we're going to put on the back. Okay? All right. I'll show you what I did. So we'll move that to the side, and our little paper dolls too. Okay. So get your pieces cut out, right? This one and this one are supposed to. Now, it worked on this one. So supposed to meet up, and they're going to go this way. And this is going to fold over here to make the pocket. Now is it getting clearer, right? Okay. It's a little bit of a puzzle, but it's a good puzzle. I like a puzzle. Okay. So let's get these folded in. Now, if you fold these in and there's a slight problem that it doesn't fit just right on here, trim this, not this. Just saying. Because, you're folding this up, you need it to stay as a little gusset, So this is the pocket with the tall tag, okay? And this is the pocket with the journal card. It's fun. We're just having a little extra fun today, right? Like so. Now, this is it should fit right on, and it's going to go right to the edge, right to the end, to the edge there. we're not going to glue this top part. We're going to glue the bottom part in a minute. Okay? So to do this, we're going to put tape here, and then we're going to do a little inking, because if you don't ink this beforehand, it can get a little hinky on the afterhand. Okay? Alright. It was just something I thought of while I was trying to think of what I can do that's a little different. Because, you know, doing the same thing all the time is a little monotonous. But this is a little different from our usual Friday freebie. And it ends up being a really cute folio that, I mean, it's adorable, really. I say that a lot, but, well, it is. Okay, so we're going to do, we're going to do the inking, because if I forget, then I'll have to take deep breaths. Just saying. I will. Okay, just a little inking there. Now this is all going to kind of be on the edge, really. It won't matter a whole lot if you don't want to do the inking. You can just leave it off, you know. But I just wanted a little inking on this end. Won't matter, because that's the one that folds, the other part folds over. Yep. Okay, now we've got this ready to go on here. So let's give this a little ink, just because we're in the inking mode of things, right? I know I usually go off camera to do this, but you know what? This is quick and easy. It'll come together so fast, you'll go, whoa, you know? So, yeah, there's that. Okay. Okay. Now, you don't have to put the trim on, but I would suggest that even if you're not going to put the trim on, put some trim here, because that's that pocket, right? And put some trim here, because that's another pocket. Okay, you don't have to put it all the way around. You don't have to, but it's pretty if you do. Just saying. Okay, back to our project. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do one side of this so that we can get everything lined up and secured, I guess, you know, down where it's supposed to be. I haven't used my glue gun this morning. I wonder if it stopped up. Usually it is. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, it's working. Working good. Good glue gun. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to get one side tacked down, and that'll be our anchor for the rest of it. Because we're not gonna glue the middle, you know, here, because it's folded. It'll be fine without it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna sit this down here, right on that corner. Yeah, like so, and line it up with the rest of the piece, like that. Now this is where I said, if you need to trim something off, trim this one, not this one, because that's the thing. Okay. All right. Okay. And this one, I should have done this before, but I didn't, so I'm going to do it now. So this one, you're going to go ahead and fold in so that it meets up here. Get it trained to do what you want it to do first, right? And then give that a good press down. And that's where you'll fold this one when it comes time. Okay. You can fold it before you glue it down. That will be fine. Just saying. Okay, so we're going to do this, and it comes together really quick. It's just, you know, working out that little bit of puzzle. It's like solving a mystery, right? I do love a good mystery. Okay. Now, okay, there we go. Worked out real good. Worked out real good. Okay, let's get this, give it a roll. All right. Okay, so now that we've got that tacked down, we're going to just put our thumbnails right there where we folded this one, and we're going to fold this one so that they're both folded together, and that's good. Okay, so this is our front, so this is the bottom, and we're going to glue this right along here like so. Just the bottom, nothing else, just the bottom. Okay, then we're going to just fold it over here like so. Yep, like that. Get glue all over my mat. That's okay, I'll wash it later, or I'll forget and grab it myself later. Okay, so we're just going to do this, give it a little roll, get it where it needs to be, right? Okay, so now that we've got that done, okay, another time we're just going to take our thumbnails, we're going to fold it here, right, like so. Okay, folding it there, getting it straight. Yep. Now you see why I said we didn't have to glue that. It's not a thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to glue is right here. Cool, huh? And right here, just along this edge. It's just like putting a flat pocket down in a journal page. It's the same thing. Not the top. Don't glue the top. Okay, because that's our pocket. Yeah. Just like so. Just like so. Get it pressed down there. Pressed down there. There you go. Now we've got this pocket right there for a journal card. We've got this pocket for a journal card, and we've got this one for the tall tag. Is that cool or what? Okay, let's go ahead and put our back pocket on, and yep, then we'll have the base built more or less. Okay, I always do bottoms first because that keeps me straight. I mean, you know, just, you know, have it up a little bit from the bottom, center it on the sides, that kind of thing, right? This also lets us know, excuse me, it also lets us know where to put our closure. You don't want to put it on the pocket. You want to put it above the pocket, right? Okay. So, let's get this on here. And in there. Okay. Give it a roll. It needs pressure. So there you go. One more and we've got our pocket done. So it turns out to be quite a pocketed piece. You know? Like so. Now, we've got this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, and that pocket. Very pocketed, right? Okay. All right. Now, this doesn't fold up. Actually, this one folded closer than the other one. My prototype was a little bit more, like maybe 1/4 of an inch-ish. This one's more of an 1/2 of an 1/8 of an inch. Anyways, it's almost half. It doesn't matter. It's not really meant to fold even here. It's meant to not. Okay. So now I'm going to go off and put because I am going to do the trim, And I need to do the trim before I put the closure on. So I'll be right back. Okay. Remember to use your clips on the corners so they hold. So let's do our inside ones. I thought I'd do that on camera, showing you specifically where you need to reinforce. I mean, it's lightweight cardstock and will probably be okay, but it's a pocket and you're putting things in and out of it and it gets worn, and it could get worn to tear. So it's just that quick and simple and easy to put a strip of trim of some kind, lace or whatever trim you want to use. Always make sure you're not closing up your pocket, okay? Because that gets awkward if you do. Yep. So we've got that one. I'll take these off and put it up here as well. Now, this is getting close to the decorating part, right? So you have to decide where you're going to put your embellishments, what's going to be a paper clip and what's going to be an embellishment, that kind of thing, you know. I don't know. There's lots of options, lots of choices with this. It's its own little mini kit, really. It's a little pocketed folio wallet thingy. I should really give more thought to the names of these things, right? Okay, now let's get this trimmed off at the end. All right, yeah, make sure you don't close up your pockets because you need those. Okay, get these off. So now we've got the trim on, the pocket on, and let's see what I did for this one. I didn't put anything on that pocket. I think I'll put something on that pocket on this one. I think, see, I put the sheep on the front and the barn, and then I put the pig in here, which is cute, but I may put the pig on the back on this one. Just because, you know, just because that's where that goes. This goes in here, the tall tag, just peeking out. Then we've got our, one of them's a little bigger than the other one, so you can kind of tell that way. This goes in here, and this goes in here. It's got the little tabs on, so you can have them as a pull or whatever you want to do with them. It's just cute. So there's that. Okay, so we've got that together. We need our closure. And then we'll go ahead. I'm going to take this one back out for while I'm doing the closure. Because, you know, okay, where's my doohickeys? All right, I've got my pig and my sheep here. Yes, I did back them because I'm just funny that way. Okay, then that's my paper dolls and my paper dolls. Put those over here out of the way. And then that's the barn. I'm still going to put that on the front. So, yeah. Okay. Now, for the closure, why I put two, you don't have to do it this way, but it's going to be opening up. So, I wanted to have not just white or background paper or whatever on the, I wanted it to be pretty on both sides. Does that make sense? Hope so. So, I'm going to use a little tape to help me. Like so. Just give it a little bit extra, you know. Why not? Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to, where's my doohickey? I'm going to put glue all over this one. And then I'm going to stack them together. They should stack together just fine. If not, trim around, you know. Sometimes when you cut this out or that out, you know, just trim it around. It'll be fine. And so, yeah, give it a good smattering of glue because it's only got tape in one place. You don't want anything coming loose on your closure, right? Okay, so then I'm just holding it right here underneath these little things. And so I'm going to place it so that both those little things line up on both sides. That's my way of anchoring something. You find something that you can match up real quick and do it that way, right? Give it a minute to grab, and then you've got both sides stuck together real good, and they're lined up. So let's give it a good roll. So we press all the glue, you know, so it squidges out in all the areas that maybe didn't have any. Okay, so next, now on those ones, on these little ones, we just fold that in half. That's simple, right? This one is not quite in half, okay, because we're gonna put it here-ish, right? But we need it to come over here-ish, right? We don't want it to be so much folded in half, as we just want it to fit on the piece, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So let's get some inking on this because it needs it. Not a lot, just a little bit. I like the vintage look, so there's that. There you go. On both sides, because yeah. I'm gonna give this another roll. Okay. All right. Now, yep, I'm gonna get some tape because I really want it to hold. So which way did I do this? This way or that way? I think the bigger piece is gonna go to the front, so we're doing it this way. I think we'll make it work. Okay, we don't want all of it the whole back of it, we don't want that glued down. We just want this piece more or less the tab part here, from here to just this part. That makes sense, because the rest of it needs to be open and flexible, right? So we're just gonna do like so, right across here, go around. Just make sure you get some glue on there that's gonna hold, because yeah. Okay, so we want to put it over here first ish, right? Yeah. So we have plenty over there, and we're just going to place it just past the trim. Is where I'm going with mine. Just past the trim. Get it straight, like so. Give it a minute to grab, because yeah, give it some good pressure. Yeah, let it sit a minute. I've got to get a Velcro dot, because that's what I use to close mine. You can use whatever you want to use. I'm just going to stick a Velcro dot right there, and then I'm going to use another piece that I have cut from the bigger ones and put that on there, because I got the sticky side on my finger. So all right, now we're going to go ahead and give it a turn over here. Let's give it a good bit of pressure. Okay, now we've got our closure. Right? Okay, so now it's just decorating, guys, really. So I'm going to leave all this open this time for writing or whatnot. And let me get this back in there. Fits easily. All the measuring's done for you. Okay, so now we're going to put our barn on the front, because that's cute. It's a little bit more streamlined than the one in the kit, but I like it. So we're going to do this. Let's see here. I'm going to put a bigger piece of tape on this one. This is the 1/2 inch. I'm just going to run one up the middle. Yeah. Okay, like so. That'll work. Give it extra, you know, something. All right. Then I want to kind of center it on the front. Get your edges really good. Now you could make this a tuck spot. You could make this a paper clip. You definitely could. I'm making it an embellishment, so, you know, you do you, and I'll do me. And that's that. Okay. So I want it to be centered-ish, right? I'm going a little towards the back because I've got my closure. So, but yeah, I want it right there. Okay. That way my closure's still good. It's not in the way of anything. Okay. The closure actually ends up being part of the front decor, okay? So, and you could put trim around it if you want. I didn't because I thought that might be a little overkill, but you know, I can do overkill. You know, that's what I do. Okay, let's put our sheep. And I'm still going to put it right there because, yep, it's cute. I might put it right there this time. I can do that because, you know. Okay, these are going to be so cute in the journal. They're going to be, of course, in the, at least one of them is going to be in the farm time journal that I'm making. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. So, adorable. Yep. And now I was going to put the pig back here. Where'd my piggy go? Should I put him here or here? Here. For sure. On the edge. He's just coming into the scene there. Okay. All right. This one kind of reminds me of Wilbur. You know, from Charlotte's Web. The book, or the movie, whichever one you've seen. Okay, we've got, it's just done. It's just suddenly done. Okay, so we've got our paperclip kids, which you can put anywhere. I'm just gonna stick her on here because that's where I had the other one. Just stick her right on the front there. And I think I had him just kind of peeking out, you know. Let's see. Both of these are going the same direction. Or are they? That's not going the same direction. It's going the other way. Okay. I'll put it somewhere else then. You know what? That's over her head. So let me pull her down just a touch. Okay. I'll put him over here. That'll work, right? Yes. Now, closure. Okay, let me get this one closed up because then we get the whole full effect. This one peeks out because it's going the same direction. So, it depends on what you want. Make sure you're thinking about that when you're making your paper clips. Put them this way or that way. And I made a video showing how to make the paper clips recently, so if you want to have a refresher and you didn't get that one, go back and watch that. Okay, is that adorable or what? Guys, that's so cute. It's pretty, it's easy, it's a little bit of a puzzle, but once you watch the video, it's not. It's like, oh yeah, well that makes sense, right? I hope it did. So go get your freebies. 3-page freebie set. This one, and this one on my website, Facebook group page, and the Ko-Fi. So there you go. You guys go make something pretty today. I just showed you how. Take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. TTFN.